If you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened. Oh.
Move the spare. Hold. When you're ready. On you.
Ready?
Move.
Up.
Move. Go.
Up. Hawkeye's here.
Hawkeye's here. Move it to the spare.
Spare, get ready. Spare, get ready.
We ready?
Down. Down.
Are we good? Shooters down. Are we good to move?
Down. We're good to move.
Clear.
We're
Let's
clear.
move.
We're clear.
Let's move.
We're clear.
Come on.
Let me get my shoes. Let me get my shoes.
I got you, sir. I got you, sir.
Let me get my shoes, sir.
Hold that in your head, it's bloody.
So we gotta move to the bus. Move to the bus.
Let me get my shoes.
Okay. Let's shoot down. Let's shoot.
Watch out.
Wait.
Breaking news. Coming to you live here from Germany. This is the Billy Flint Experience, and I am Billy Flint. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, at the top here, we had the audio and video of the assassination attempt on, I don't know, would you call him president or ex-president or president-to-be Donald Trump. Okay, first off, we're not going to really get into the already the conspiracy theories that is running rampant on the internet, but we are actually, this is just questions. There's so many questions. It's not the fact that whether or not this was a stage attempt or whether it was actual in real time. That's not the debate here from my vantage point after I watched that video multiple times. And the first thing that sticks out to me is the crowd's reaction. But coming from the AP, news source AP, it was states that they're saying former President Donald Trump was a target of an apparent assassination attempt Saturday at a Pennsylvania rally, days before he was to accept the Republican nomination for a third time. A barrage of gunfire set off panic. And as I stated, so many questions. So many questions after watching this video. And like I said, the first thing that stuck out to me after the gunfires went off, I think it was 7 or 8 shots. Unless they didn't hear the shots, or the crowd behind them didn't hear the shots, or they weren't paying attention, whatever. But if you look at the video, the crowd to the left of the screen, if you're looking at the monitor to the left, the crowd to the left side, they were acting like nothing was taking place. It almost looked staged from that vantage point. Then you had the crowd on the right side, of course, they reacted. It seems as though they were supposed to react in unison, and maybe the left side didn't get the signal. Again, this is not about conspiracy theory, but again, there's a lot of questions that I had to ask from watching this video multiple times. And you got to give it to his Secret Service detail. Of course, I'm being sarcastic because his Secret Service detail were fumbling like the Keystone Cops, like the Three Stooges. You have to watch the video. Watch the video again slowly and watch their reactions. Not one of them had any type of Kevlar shields. Normally, the Secret Service, and I'm not a part of any Secret Service detail or even know the deeper aspect of that field. But one thing for sure is that most Secret Service, especially if it's president or even president a candidate, they have a Secret Service or they have a security detail. Now, for an ex-president, I know for an ex-president, they still have a certain amount of Secret Service detail following them around for the rest of their lives. They're going to have that Secret Service detail for the rest of their lives. It might not be as intense of a detail as a president would have, but knowing that this political environment, this rally, there's heightened emotions on both sides of the Republican and the Democrat. I would think that Trump would have had much more security detail. The reports come down that he requested more, but it was denied. Now, whether or not it was requested or whether or not it was denied, no one really knows the true story behind that. But one thing for sure, and I would say Trump is a smart man, and he knows that it's going to be some nutcases out there that would probably try. And not only that, but being that he was an ex-president, again, he's going to have a certain amount of Secret Service detail for the rest of his life. I'm pretty much sure that they've combed that whole area weeks prior. And as it comes closer to the actual date and time of the rally, I'm pretty much sure they've had those details searched and handled, as far as security is concerning, a lot more intensified leading up to that date and that day and time that Trump is actually on the stage. Another thing that shocked me was that there was no partition. Again, I understand this is just a debate, but being that ex-President Trump was a president and he still has a Secret Service detail plus other type of security there, I'm just finding a lot of this information kind of, I don't know, not conspiratory. Because if it is a situation that this was actually something that took place in real time, I mean, either way, it didn't, I don't know, it didn't necessarily need to happen. Like Trump or not, any type of situations where someone's life is going to be taken out, that's, I don't know, that's indicative of American society. I don't know, but again, like Trump or not, I don't think that was necessary. That was like really, really a bad move. But again, as I'm watching the video and I'm seeing these scenes over and over, I kept rewinding, and looking at it closely. One thing that, again, that I noticed was between 7 and 8 shots from what is said to be an AR-15 semi-automatic rifle. I don't think it was military grade, but it was nonetheless reported that it was an AR-15. Let off 7 to 8 shots. One bullet grazed the ear of Donald Trump. It grazed, slightly touched the ear of Donald Trump from an AR-15. If anyone knows anything about an AR-15 and the bullets that are used in that gun, if anyone knows anything about the AR-15, and you don't have to be an expert in gun training or the breakdown of the anatomy of a gun and how the schematics and how it's actually put together and made to fire, would know that, again, the velocity of a bullet from an AR-15 is not going to just graze someone's ear. I mean, a simple Google. Just not that much research needs to go into asking these questions. But that was the first thing that I noticed, is that, was it, I'm thinking it was maybe a 22. Maybe a 22 would be able to do something like that. But anything over the size of a 22 bullet that close to the face is not going to leave an ear attached to the skull. And being that it was an AR-15, and again, the velocity, the mathematics behind the velocity of the bullet of an AR-15 is not going to just graze an ear. Not only that, but it was, again, 7 to 8 shots. And I'm hoping that they find the bullet fragments. Okay, was it an AR-15? And not only the fact that it just grazed his ear, it should have been multiple other people hit. Now, of course, they're saying that one person died. And that's a tragedy. Prayers to that family of the gentleman. It was said that it was a man, it was a firefighter, I believe, that was hit. I don't know if they're saying it was hit from the same gun or whether news is very sketchy. But I'm looking at this just from the standpoint of asking questions from what I see in the video. Again, this is not a conspiracy theory saying that this was a staged act, because I don't believe in conspiracy theories. I just simply look at what's being provided as far as visuals, and I start asking questions. Personally, just for my own sense of well-being, because I just don't believe everything that is captured for whatever reason. But I don't believe everything that is actually put on the news or captured for news feed. I have to question the motives behind it. I have to question the agenda. And again, being that this is the election season of the president of the United States, you have Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I had always questioned the whole aspect of this Joe Biden theory that he's suffering from dementia. I believe that's an act, but that's just me. I believe that whole thing, his whole presidency was an act. An act to probably look stupid to the world. I wouldn't say stupid, but the way he was acting and the way the world stage because I live here in Germany and I hear what Germans and other people from different countries are saying about Joe Biden, and that's the word they use. But they're saying that he's, suffering from dementia. And again, I think that it's just an act, and that possibility that it plays more into Trump's favor to win the presidency. And then this situation happens, and I don't know, is Trump going to be the new superhero, the new super president from this attempt on his life? But again, it was just an assassination attempt. It wasn't successful to the shooter, or whomever put the shooter in that place. A 20-year-old kid with an AR-15 on a rally day for Donald Trump, with the type of Secret Service that he is supposed to have for the rest of his life, as far as Secret Service detail, and knowing that this is a heated debate around a heated time in Pennsylvania. Okay. I'll let everyone else believe what they want to believe. Again, this is just my questioning. I have no theories. I have no conspiracy theories behind this. But again, it's just something that I sat and I watched over and over and over again. This video of the attempt on Donald Trump, ex-president, maybe soon to be president if he wins the election, of Donald Trump's life. Again, I don't know. What do you think? The only thing that I can always, as I've always said before, continue to question what you see and question it over and over and over again. Don't just sit and believe what's being put in your face, because there's a lot more to this story, and I'm sure there's a lot more to this story. Again, I don't think that it's fake. I don't think it was staged, but I think that there's just a lot of questions that I believe people need to start asking. So that's my input on this. Thank you so much for joining Billy Flynn Experience. I am Billy Flynn, and you're coming here live from Germany. Wish everyone a happy and productive work week that's ahead of you. Look forward to being with you again. Have a great week.